Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to Rose Lane. Okay, today we're going to just do kind of a short project, but before we get started, I have such exciting news for me. I just want to say this. Look what I have. I'm going to stand up so you can see this. Is that not the prettiest thing? One of my subbies and customers who has purchased a journal from me, Stephanie, thank you Stephanie, heard my dilemma about constantly losing my little pins. This is what I was always using in my glue, pins like this, and the mess on my desk, I'm always losing them. So Stephanie had someone make this for me with these beautiful roses. Let me flip them over so you can see the charms on the other side. The roses and the hearts here, if that is just not the prettiest thing. I am so excited about that. I feel like one of the girls now. It's awesome. Somewhere I put, I think it was Miss Lynn's Crafts on Etsy. Miss Lynn's, Lynn's Crafts, all one word, on Etsy, who made this beautiful glue pin for me. I'm so excited. I've been using it and I haven't lost it yet. It's awesome. So thank you again to Lynn and to Stephanie for my beautiful gift. Okay, hopefully this is going to be, I'm hoping, a shorter video, mercifully, because my last several have been quite long. This is pretty simple. Came across it looking at pictures or entries on Pinterest. Led me to this video, which was done by Gi Kerr from Happiness and Crafting. I'm not sure how old the video may be. I really don't know. I didn't happen to notice if it was something more current or something a little older. I'm not really sure. However, it was called, she calls it her Pocket Packet. And she does it a little differently than I'm going to do it today. Only because this was simpler for me. And I'll explain a little bit as I go along. And she uses it as something to put in a pocket. I'm going to use it with a paper clip. So we'll kind of get started. I'll give you some quick instructions about it as we go. And I've got my pieces cut over here, but I do want to show you, and I have to refer to my little prototype here. And this is going to be my paper clip, so I don't want to lose that. So let's move this stuff over because this is going to be part of what it is. And we'll get started. So this is just a prototype. Let me see if I can put something better. Is that better? Probably not, right? I'm looking for something. Well, you know what, here. Let's get my green one back here. That's a little bit better. Not very big, but what she did in her video is she took 3 4x4 pieces of paper, which she printed front and back. She took 2 of the 4x4s, which I only have one, but she took 2. Well, let's pretend this is 1. Okay, she took 2 of them like this. She put them together and she put a little bit of fabric down here. Okay, she glued it, but then she sewed it. If you're not going to sew it, make sure you use good glue to make a hinge, okay? And then she folded the pages in this way. So let me show you on here. And ignore this little piece on the top, okay? What I did was I didn't do the 2 4x4s. I did one sheet of 4x8, so it's 4x8, and I folded it in half first, and then I folded each corner down like that. Okay, to make that triangle. Okay, so that's what we have here. So there's my 2 4x4s, 4x4, 4x4. I folded it in half, and then towards the fold, of course, you fold one, and then you flip it over and fold the other, and you make this triangle. And then when you open it, it goes like this. Now, like I said, she had hers front and back printed on a heavier copy paper than I'm using here. I'm using just regular tea-stained copy paper here. So then what you do to, let me put it to the side. I'm going to keep switching back and forth. So here's that piece. And you make a little hinge, a little flap for it. And what that is for is you take a little strip of whatever you want. And I wrote on here, because this is my prototype, it says Gi Kerr Pocket Packet. And you make this little flip, and then it tucks under here and holds it down. What I liked about this, she means it to go like maybe into a pocket or whatever, but it has an opening, okay, here, and it fits beautifully over the corner of a page like that. And since, I mean, it probably wouldn't come off depending on your page, but it just, you know, I don't know. So what I intended to do, and I only have something like this, but you can tuck a tag or two, or a journal card or two, up underneath it on your page if the screen was my page and this was the tag, okay? And then of course when you flip the page over, you have this side as well, and you have it that you can tuck something on the other side. Now, to ensure for me that it's going to stay on the page, I'm just going to make a paper clip. So we're going to put a paper clip on here, and now we're sure it's not going to go anywhere. And of course your tags won't fall out either. So this is the little project that we're going to do today. Now, I only made this prototype. I did cut my pieces already, so I'm going to show you how this would then go together, okay? I'm going to show you as long as I have this open for me to look at. So let's move that over. Let's bring my pieces back. This is actually going to be for the paper clip, so let's move that there. And this was the die cut that I used, but I'll show you that when we get to the little photograph. Let me get these papers. Okay, my paper happens to be directional, so I have to make sure I get it on the correct side of the paper, so that it's not upside down, because it doesn't look directional until you put it on wrong, and then it looks pretty directional. So here is my two 4x4s. We got the center fold, folding up, okay, like that, and then these two folding in this way. And that for me was the easier way to do it, because I could line it up better. As I say that, and slightly off. I could line it up better down here. I can try to pull it a little bit more. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's a little better. Okay, because you're going point to point. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece, because that's going to be the little flap that goes over and tucks in. So let me see if I can do that. Move this out of the way a little bit. Make some room for my tiny little cutter. You're going to go point to point on here. Okay, make sure I've got the points in the groove here. And I have to be careful with this little cutter, because when I do something like this, I can't go from end to end. I have to go from the middle to the ends. Otherwise, I grind it all up. All right, let me put that back. And we're only going to need one of these, so I'm going to just put this one to the side over here. Okay, so now that we have this, we're going to turn this on the side. We're going to have the center fold opening, I guess, to the right, and then the flaps will be to the left. Okay, that's how we're going to have it. And what we're going to do is we're going to just close that up. Okay, and this is the part where we're going to put the flap, and you're going to put it to the inside so that the outside is clear. So we're just going to go like that. That's how we're going to want it. We're going to take this piece and we're going to line it up here, and I'm not sure if you can see. Let me try to get a little closer. You don't want it to go all the way down. You want it to stay up and give yourself a little, whoops, I'm out of camera. Give yourself a little space there, a little space there. So try to get it. I'm doing it by eye. You don't have to. But I'm kind of doing it by eye, okay? So then you can see that you've got this piece that's hanging over. So you're going to fold that piece over, flush with the edge of that, okay? Can you see that? We just folded that piece over, flush with the edge of the little packet, and then we have that little piece. So we're going to move that out, and then we're just going to take, I'm trying to get into a little looks like an origami bird. I'm just going to take and cut that little edge off, that little point, okay, that little triangle. Now, again, I'm doing this out of copy paper. You can do it out of cardstock. You can print on both sides. And the reason why I'm not printing on both sides is, well, I'll show you in a minute. So this is what we're going to do. So here's the piece, and we're going to take this, open it up, and we're going to glue that flap right there. Okay? We're going to glue the flap right there. And I'm going to try to get on the gray so you can see me a little bit better, or see it a little bit better. I'm going to try to leave as much space between the point and the edge of the paper as I am over here, pretty much, because that should pretty much center it to the other side. And I am going to use my 3-in-1 because it gives me an extra minute or two to, well, not a minute or two, but a minute to move it if I don't have it in the right place. Because sometimes, you know, lately, these last several months, and from here on in, I suppose, I don't always get things lined up pretty evenly first time around. So you're going to put it not to the back, but to the inside of the flap. That, you know, first triangle flap there. Line it up with the edge. Press that down. Okay. And there you have your piece that folds up, and then this folds over. I must not have it with the edge, but that's all right. There we go. And then that piece folds over, and then all you have to do is make your little cup, your little belt, okay, that's going to hold the flap down like that, this little piece. Okay, so it's getting away from me. I'm trying to get it. I'm not happy with where I positioned this one, so I can see why. I'm going to move this over a little bit. And since it is 3-in-1, that is not a problem. Get that back down here and move that. Now it just wants to stick to itself. And move that back over this way more. Trying to get it back to the edge. Right there, right there. Okay. You know what? I think I have it in the same place again. All right. Oh, that's better. It's better than it was. Okay. So this is what we have. And now what I'm going to do here, I'm just trying to press it down a little bit more. I'm going to open this up, okay, and I'm going to place, now I want this to go this way, okay, yeah, I'm trying to think of the page that I want on the book, and I'll show you that in a minute. I want that to go this way, because this is going to be the front page, I think. Let me get the right. It is going in. These are my signatures. It's going in. What'd I do with it? Where did I put the oh, there it is. Okay, let me put those back. Here's the signature I want. It's going in signature number 2. It's going to go here, but it's going to go on this page. All right, on the back. So technically, I then want it this way. Okay, so I need to find, and I think it's this one. I already pre-cut my pieces. You can cut them to fit completely, you know, to fit the whole thing. I cut it so that I would leave a little bit of a an edge around it. And then on this side, it's going to go this way. Yeah. My telltale is these leaves are pointing down, okay, rather than to the side or up or something like that. So, and the reason why it's going on the back page is because the front page of each of the 5 signatures is going to get one of those bulkier pieces that we've made, As a matter of fact, that one is going to be this one. Hang on 1 minute. Actually, that one's going to be this one. That's going to go on here. And I'm just marking what signature they go in so I know. Because my thought was that there's more space between the signatures. Like when you put the signatures in, there's a little bit of more of a space. So between each signature. So rather than putting them on a page somewhere in the signature, I'm going to just put them on the front page of each signature. So they kind of fill that gap a little bit. That's between the signatures. So I'm going to put this to the side. And we're going to take this. Actually, I need to ink this. So I just got a new pad and I put ink right on my inker, my dauber here. So I'm kind of like pre-inked already. So, and on this one, because of the golden color, this gold kind of look and the gold of the paper that it's going on, I've gone back to my brush corduroy. So that's what we're doing here. Let me make sure. Yep, it's still going. Okay, we're going to go all the way around. Okay, there. And we're going to do this piece. And yes, I know I don't normally ink on camera, but I did want to kind of show you a little more of the process if I could. Now, again, I've always said that I use copy paper so I can make it as thin or as thick as I wanted to. And my original plan was to glue 2 pieces of copy paper together to give it thickness so that I'd have a pattern on either side. But then I thought about it and I decided that, I mean, I could, and you can do that, but I decided that I just wanted to keep it the plain copy paper so that there was no mistake that it's intended to be written on inside. So it becomes another like a hidden journaling spot. Okay. So now I know that's going to be another part of it, and I'm not going to cover that. And even though I've done this, I'm not going to do these diagonal ones. Because I don't, like I said, I prefer not to divide the writing with the dark lines of ink. That being said, did down there, not that that really matters much. You can still write across it, or you can just write like in columns if you wanted to. You could do that as well. Oh, let me get the inside of this. Because you can even write on the inside of this if you wanted to. I could cut a piece, actually. I think I meant to cut a piece. And I didn't. Ooh, I think I know what I can do. Well, maybe I'll just go with what I've got and just kind of keep it that way. So you'll see that part. I didn't do that. I can't get you to snap in. All right. So put you back there. So we have that like so, and this is going to go this way on the page. So we're going to put this piece on here. And like I said, if you have polka dots or something, or, you know, just kind of a non-specific kind of pattern, or florals that are just kind of look tossed, you know, like, you know, that the flowers or whatever go in different directions, and it may not really matter, though sometimes some of those look better one way than another. But if you do have directional paper, just try to keep that in mind when you're cutting your pieces and when you're actually applying your pieces, so that you get them in the right direction. in the, you know, put them in the right place, in the right direction, on the right spot. Okay, so we're going to slide that over a wee bit. Somewhere I have lost, I actually did a little cleaning in here today, which made me much happier. You just cannot imagine what it looked like. So it's made me happier, but I still have all this desk stuff that I have to do. So we're going to flip it over to the other side, okay, just completely to the other side. And we're going to put the other piece on that side. Now, that being said, you can do like what I do on my tuxedo pockets, and you can leave this and just leave that open and create another pocket in here and put more paper in there. But I didn't want to do that because I'm trying now to keep as much as I can, as bulk free as I can, because I have estimated thus far that it looks like I'm going to need about a 3.5-inch spine, and I really don't want to go any wider than that. I really don't. I think it would just be too, I don't know. I just don't think I would want it like that. So I think the 3.5 is more than enough. Okay, so we have that there, centered on this spot. I hope I'm not, because I'm not working. Yeah, I'm okay. All right, so we have that. Okay, so this is our piece so far. Now what I do have to do is cut a piece for here. So let me see. No, see, these were ones I cut before, and I did it in the wrong direction, but I have, nope, that's not big enough either. Where is the rest of my piece of paper? No, 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 that's not it either. Let's bring this over this way, because I'm going to need that in a minute. Ooh. Ooh. This is Paper Art Floral. Paper Art is the company, and Floral was the name that I have it under. This is what I had used, these little squares. Well, this square I had cut out and used it behind the photos on the trifold tuxedo pocket. That's where I got that from. But now I'm thinking, do I want to? No, you know what? Let me just get another piece. I have more paper here someplace. If I have to, I will cut a new one. I know, oh, here it is. I was going to say, I know I have a piece. I was going to do that because it goes pretty nice with that, but no, we'll leave that alone. Okay, so since my paper clip is going to go here, I am going to want to make it go in this direction. So I'm trying to find where would be the most. Okay, I think I'll go this way. I'm just laying it on the paper, going from the end of that to here, and I'm just going to trace that out. Well, I'm wondering if I want to cut it shorter like the others, you know, cut it so that there's a ridge. I'm thinking yes. Whoops. Oh, and by the way, because I just wrote up my thing, these are gum erasers, and I think most artists know what these are. They're like hard gum, but they don't leave residue like those eraser droppings behind. And so when you're erasing, particularly on digitals that you've printed, they're very good at not lifting the color. If you have to erase pencil marks, they're very, very good at not like damaging the print. Okay, so let me get this, and I'm going to try to eye this from one to the other, and because I am going to cut it down, Doesn't look straight to me. So let me put it here. Try to be as straight as possible. Here. All right, I'm gonna go. Oops, I'm off right about there. All right, and then we'll go, yeah, that looks okay. I couldn't tell if my mark started here or down here, and when I did it here, it looked too low. There is a mark up there, and or what looks like a mark to me anyway. But like I said, I think I'm probably going to, oops, I'm a little off on that too, but I'm going to trim this down so it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. All right, let me cut this and then we'll trim it where I feel I need it. And we should be all right with that. I'm going to go from here to here, and I know that'll make it a little off. But like I said, I am going to trim it so that it fits like all right, I'm going to have to bring it over some. I know I'm talking low. All right, I'm just trying to make sure that I have sort of an equal space. All right, and you come over. And the first thing I'm going to do is trim this piece here and here. All right, let's try to trim that down, and then I'll get the side because it was pretty crooked. And like I said, I don't generally measure. I really do it, and I think I've said this before, I really do admire the ladies who are out there who can measure and cut perfectly. I always seem to be a hair off one way or the other. I still have plenty of room here. All right, let's try to do that. That gets that there. I'm going to go over just a wee bit more. You know what? Let's try my tweezers. I think that will help me. One of these days I'm going to clean these off from my husband working on the computer. Now he's ordered little screws to work on the computer to put it back together. And yeah. All right, I'm going to bring that there. So we're waiting on little screws now. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm hoping so, because it's kind of tough being without that computer, I'll tell you. Like I said, I can't get to my Rose Lane email because it's on that computer, and so I can't get to that, and do that there. And I know I have to trim this again. That's fine where it is. And I just have to bring it in a hair here. I can get to my personal email, my regular old email account, which is the email I've been putting in the description box lately, because I can't get to the Rose Lane one. So if anybody is trying to contact me on the Rose Lane email, know that I can't get to it, at least not for a while. And yeah, yep. I think that'll be okay. Let's get this inked. That out of the way. That was my other one. So if you've been emailing me there for any reason, please feel free to go ahead and email me on the other email, which is the JCS email that you'll see in the description box. Starts with JCS. So if you need me, that's how to find me. Or you can always message me through the Etsy messaging system. Another way to get a message to me if you have to. Or you can always leave a message here in the comments. I try to get to everybody and answer everybody. And that being said, let me just say this about the YouTube comments. And right now, for the most part, I'm doing this through my phone. If you comment, it shows up. And if I answer, it shows me that I've replied. However, if you comment again, or if somebody else comments on that same first original comment, I am not notified of that. At least not going through the system on my phone. It may be on my computer, but the only other computer I have, regular whole laptop computer, is my work computer, and I prefer not to do this through that, which is why I had my other computer. So I'm doing it all through my phone. I'm posting my videos through my phone and all of that kind of stuff. So if you do reply to something, to a comment that's already been made, and you reply under that comment, I don't see it. So I'm not notified of it. So every now and then I try to go back, and maybe on the last 5 or 6 videos, I'll go back and I'll look. But I know that I get people who may comment on a comment that's already done in other places, because it's happened in other videos, because it's happened a few times, and I've happened to find them. But yeah, I like that. I like it. I do. And I've been able to answer and and reply to those comments, but normally I won't. If you make a comment and I answer you, and then you answer me back, I have to go back and look for those. I can't find those. So, wow, that's crooked. I wonder what I was cutting. Okay, we're going to go from the short end. I'm now going to make the little belt that goes across that this piece tucks into, and then we'll take a good look at it. I'm not sure if I'm going to put anything on it, and I'll explain that in a minute. So I'm going to go here with a piece about, and I don't mind cutting a strip because I may use it again someplace else. Try to get this a little straighter here. And we're going to go about 3/4 of an inch. And I believe that's what Gi recommends in her video as well. Okay. Go about 3/4 of an inch. Now this is cardstock. Okay, this is a cardstock. So it's a little bit heavier. But I felt that the color went well, so I was happy with that. So what we're going to do is I wanted something contrasting. I was actually looking for paper that I had printed that had like a leather, it was like a leather look digital. I can't find what I've done with it, so I don't have that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're just going to glue over here up about where, we want it. We want a tail down here so it doesn't want to come out. And we're going to glue here. And I'm going to go just a line of glue on the outside, because on my prototype, I'm going to just take a little bit of that up. On my prototype, I had too much glue and I actually glued the flap in. So I made a little bit of a mess there. So we're going to go ahead and just glue that right to the edge. Okay, nice and straight. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to do the same thing on this side. And I don't know if you can see. I'm just gluing along the edge and I'm hoping I've got it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let me just, another little dot right down here. All right. And we're going to glue right along that edge. Okay. That should be good. Let me sit for a second and I'll close my glue up. And then we're going to go ahead We'll pull this flap out carefully because we've just glued this down. And I'm going to open this up so that I can cut this a little easier. Let me get that extra glue off of there. Get my scissors, and we're going to cut carefully because there is a fold. Hopefully I won't be cutting the fold. I hope. Make sure I didn't cut the fold. I didn't, yay! Okay. And then we have that little piece for another time. So that is how that will go. And that's gonna go underneath there like that. And then let's get my book, my signature here. That is gonna go on this page like that. Okay, now the reason why I didn't want to put anything on here was because I was going to make the paper clip, and that's going to hang down a little bit over this, so you're really not going to see it. I have a little corner here that is not down. Let me get a little, whoa, got the dot on the wrong side. Got the dot of glue on the wrong side. All right, there we go. All right, so like I said, I used this die cut to cut out from, and this is from Lorna's tailor-made journals. This is one of her photo sets that she has. So I just used the die cut, and I cut out this cute little precious thing. I think I'll back her on here. Yeah, let me do that. And I'm just going to put this, I'm going to do it with, you know what, let me do this first, just to be on the safe side. I'm wondering, maybe I want to, I'd have to run this through the, which I didn't do. No, you know what, I know what I want to do. Is this has to go over the paper clip. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to run it through the die cut. I'm actually going, you know, through the machine. Let me get my pencil. I'm lining up the paper clip to just inside where it starts to bend. Same on this side, and I'm just going to put a line right there, okay? And we're going to cut across the top of this. No, we're actually going to cut. I'm just going to cut down. Let me get, to get my big one. Hang on one second. I'm not sure why my Mod Podge is out here like this. I really don't know. And the spot I usually put it in has been usurped by a new bottle of glue. Let me put that there. All right, let's get my cutter out. And this is going to be more than I need, but this this side is crooked. So let's do that. And then the rest I can do with my knife. Put that back over here. Put this over here. Okay, and we're going to work with this piece as best as I can. So let's get my picture. Yeah, all right. Let's take this. We're going to cut this across, and I know it's going to be bigger than I need, but that's fine because then I can trim it to however I want. It doesn't really matter if that's perfect. I'm going to fold this in half, and then I'm trying to decide, do I want well, you know, no point in making a banner out of it because I actually kind of like that. I'm trying to decide, do I want to put something else underneath it? Let me see. Let me see this one. How wide is this? Oh, perfect. All right, I just got to get in here somehow. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to cut this down so that it is straight as I can get it. Put that in my little bag over there. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to like that a lot. Oh, much better. Yeah, okay, good. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm thinking, do I want to, do I really want to go over the top? Or do I just want to cut it? Maybe I'm going to cut it. All right, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's get, I just don't want the lace going over the top because I think it would be too cumbersome. So I am going to, whoops, have a bad habit of doing that. I put this down. And bring that to the bottom. Try to get this as centered as I can. It's a little too much. That's pretty good. All right. Okay. And then I will trim across the top. And then we're going to put another piece on this side. Like I said, I just felt like bringing it up and over the top this way would just be like just too much. I didn't know how well it would, how flat it would lay, and I would like it to lay as flat as possible. So this is very similar, sort of, to the Ancestry paper clips that I did, gee, a couple of years ago, I guess, almost now. I have them up here, actually, and some of you may have seen the video. I think it was my second. It was my second video. Let me just, excuse me if you can see me reaching. But these were the ones that I had done for, these were actually my ancestors. I had made these, like I said, a couple years ago. This is my father's mother's sister, so that is my great grand aunt Felicia. This is a family photo, and that is my great grandfather's half sister and her husband and their son. They were pioneers, literally left Wisconsin and went across the country and finally settled in Oregon, and lived to be about 94. And this is my great-grandfather, my mother's mother's father. So these were the ones that I had done a few years back. This is similar, except this precious little girl is not related to me. But it's going to be a kind of the same sort of idea. So just a different way of doing another one. But like I said, really neat if you can digitize some of your old family photos. And get this back over here. And do that. Okay, so wait, gotta clean out the fuzz. I've already put the, made the curls on this. This is now going to go on this way. So this piece has to go here. Let's try to get it through. There we are. And that's just going to fold over. And I'm going to glue this shut. And I will glue this shut with the art glitter glue. So we'll get that all in here. Okay, glue that down. And here it is, my little wipe. Any glue that oozes out we'll get. There we are. And then we're going to put her on here. Yep, that's the way. So we'll put her down, and I'm going to need the 3-in-1 for that. Let me just clean this again and get her on here. And I think I may have some of my roses. I might have something that I can put on here, and then I'll dig out a charm and we'll put that on there. Got to get enough of this on here since it's got to go through the lace onto the paper. So we want to make sure. Now I can put another one on the other side, and I probably, well, no, I probably won't because you're not going to see it. So let me see if I have, I was actually thinking of doing something different with this, but I think I can, if I just do this, do I want two? Two is, if I cut that away, I think I like this one. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down first, and then I'm going to try to trim it, because leaving it where it is doesn't reach where I would normally want to cut. Stretching it doesn't give me enough. So I'm going to go to the end here. I don't like that end. Let me go to the end here, and which is the side that I want. This is the side I want. And we're going to go ahead, try to put this in the middle as best as we can. All right, I've got a lot of glue on here. Hearing a strange noise, almost like a bird. I'm kind of under one of the basement windows, and they were predicting really horrible weather for us today. Very strong winds in excess of 50 or 55 miles an hour. Yeah, I'm going to just let that sit, because I think how I'm going to cut it is just up this way and leave this one piece hanging down. So let's let that sit for a minute, and let me close this up with my beautiful pin. Put that back. All right, I'm going to go see, let me get my folder. Now, I could do a flower, I can do butterfly, or both. I don't know how small a butterfly I have. I don't know how small a flower I have. I may have to cut something. All right, let's see. Ooh, okay, I am going to cut something out very quickly. Let's see how we're doing here. Well, that's not so bad. I told you it was going to be mercifully short, right? I lied, apparently. All right, I'm going to use this one over here. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as I can. Just put that to the side. And we're going to do a quick, and I'm not going to cut out the center, I don't think. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here or not. Not that watching me fussy cut is anything exciting, but at least it's something to watch. rather than just nothing moving, you know. All right, so I'm trying to do it quickly and probably shouldn't try to rush so terribly. Okay. Oops. That. Toss you to the side, my little darling. All right. I think this should be okay. I really didn't like measure it, so I have a little piece I'm going to have to go back and nip off there because my scissors came out of the groove because I am trying to go fast. I think you could probably at least see part of this. I think. These are such awesome scissors. Like I've said that before. I don't know why they don't make them anymore. Very disappointing. I like them because they're real easy. They're not hard to open and close, but they're not super, super loose that you kind of can't control them. They're very thin blades, so they really don't cast a shadow. I can see the blade right up against where I want to cut. The tips are, you know, nice and sharp and pointy, and they get into all the tight little places if I need to do that. And yeah, they're awesome. Okay, this was the little piece that I started to cut and my scissors got away from me, and I think I will go ahead and try to cut in here a wee bit. There we go. All right, let me get rid of this garbage. That wasn't too bad. Let me dig out my antique linen. And oops, did I not get rid of that little piece? I did not. There it goes. Okay. And we're going to try to just get rid of some of the white that I cannot cut away because it's just too small. It would make the piece far too narrow. Okay, so let's go ahead. I need these. Let's go ahead and just cut right there. And I'm trying not to cut the lace that's underneath. Okay, let's go from this end, I think. And we'll cut right there. I think I can get rid of a little bit more there. Let's get rid of that. Okay. And that little guy can go in my lace bag. Okay. Then we're going to put this on here like that. Again, we'll use this because we're going over the lace a little bit. All right, little dots here and there. This also kind of smushes out pretty well, which is good. It spreads and, you know, spreads out and gets into all the little nooks and crannies, which is good. Trying to get a decent portion in the middle. Okay, and we're going to put that right there over the lace and the picture. That's good. All right. Let's see if I had a little butterfly. I had some small ones. What do I think? I don't think I have anything of a different species. That would be the only one, and I think, no, I'm not happy with that. All right, let's get these guys back into the envelope before I lose them all. I sat and cut a whole bunch of pink butterflies. I think it was last night. Okay, let me find, I'll be right with you, going to find a charm. No. should be good. All right, let's do that. Now, let me find, I think I am probably still going to need a jump ring, which I'm trying to remember where I put those because I have been rearranging. Here we go. Let me get my little pliers here, and I saw some tiny, that's pretty, just a tiny little key. Oops, I think I dropped one. There it is. All right, key. Let's put you up there, cover you and put you to the side, and let's get jump ring. I think that will work. Okay. And these are kind of soft, these jump rings. All right, I'm gonna put that up here at the top rather than the bottom because kind of covers her a little bit, but at the bottom it would have covered her a lot. All right, so that being said, there is our over the page little space, and our paper clip will go on like so. Ooh, how many pages did I pick up? I don't know. I didn't get it all the way over the back. That's what I did. Okay. There it is. Okay. So you can see the paper clip covered that little thing, which is why I didn't bother to decorate it. So we have that. Let me see about a tag. We'll get a tag out just to show what it would look like with a tag in it, like such. Okay, and that's the one side, and then on the other side you have just the plain piece. You can also decorate this as well if you wanted to, but you also have a spot. You could put a charm or a little ribbon or something on here, who knows, on the other side of this. And then you have a spot on the other side as well. So that is our little project for today. Get that out of the way a little bit so you can see that. So that is it. So with our little tuck spot with our paper clip on it, and then when the paper clip comes off, you can take this off and you can open it up, and you have all that space there and in here in this triangle spot. You have all that space for writing. And then it just goes back down and then clips back over your page like so with your paper clip, and that is it. So that is our little project for today. All done, all pretty, and we're finished. So that's it, guys. So until the next time, next video, be safe, be happy, be careful, and be blessed. Be healthy, guys. Keep praying for spring right around the corner, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.